is.
No way.
1, 2, 3.
Dang, nice shot.
All right, 1-point game. We got another great game here.
We do.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far.
Oh.
Yes.
He literally said he built this team with 2 big guys and no one can stop Kawhi in the lane.
Boom! To the rack for the lead.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Okay, Daddy's chirping. Let's go.
Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside 2 fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter. Allie LaForce.
They were allowed to ramp up their offense as the defense they faced was barely present.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Sharp out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Christian Brown. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. He can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with New Orleans head coach. Of course, we talked mostly about Giannis Antetokounmpo, the focus of this one. Coach telling me I've lost sleep thinking about Giannis. He can just take over a game, no matter how you play him. We're hoping he'll be a little off tonight. Do off nights exist for Giannis, guys? We'll find out.
And Allie, thank you for that. Powell's shot is off.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
And the free throw, no good. And with things just getting started in this new season, Brent, what are you looking forward to the most moving ahead?
Yeah, B.A., I think about last year's teams and the magic that they had to push themselves into playoff positioning. Do they still have it? But one of the more exciting things in terms of the storyline is which teams are showing some early chemistry that could threaten some of those teams from last year. That is something that we always gravitate towards. The fresh blood, the new team, the one that's going to be the underdog throughout the course of the year, and how far can they push it?
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he's good on the second. Here's De Silva, and the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. Pass to Boston. Here's Garland. He's covered by Fox. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And the shot is good by Garland.
Well, Garland's able to work around the defense that time. Pretty agile from the small guard.
Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
Here's Antetokounmpo. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Off the left rim and out. And it's the Pelicans on the break. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
You know you you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Now here's Powell into the lane, and Powell with the stuff.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Knocks it down from distance.
And off the schneid here, 1 of 5, but that's a big one.
New Orleans leading by 10. Here's Boston, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Here's New Orleans now. They're on a 15-3 run. Garland. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Over to the left wing. Brown passes to Sharp. And he buries his first look.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Garland. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of height. You've lived through that. So how does it affect the other player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Here's Houston. Left side Bagley. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Going to have to do more to shut down Bagley.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for New Orleans. They've got a 9-point lead. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Clark, no good. New Orleans leading by 11. Pass to Garland. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Now Wallace. Check by Mitchell. Lets it go from the wing. Wallace misses.
Relaxed defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Ware. It's rebounded by Houston. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. And here's Clark for 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Bagley. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, Bagley's so effective on the inside. He's got decent power, but it's the quickness that gets it done.
Outside Garland. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. Garland's got 7 points.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Left side Bagley. Shoots over Vucevic. The rebound by Ware.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Bagley. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that. Kind of range.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Houston. Clark with it. Can they get it? And it's good. 2 points. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Wallace. Connects on the 17-footer.
Defense certainly wasn't bad, but they've got to be a little bit quicker on contesting the shot.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans up 15 points as this quarter concludes. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, guys, the Pelicans have been rolling along.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
The visitors with the ball. 15-point game. Jetty Osman out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Darius Garland. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Ware in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Powell's shot is off. Powell's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Fox left side. It's stolen by Garland. And he drops it in from the low post. Garland's got 12 points.
Well, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And he banks in the layup. 14 points for him.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Clark outside. Over Vanderbilt. And Clark gets it to go on the assist from Fox.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Here's Garland. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Brown. Still no points. Here's Clark. And that one's good.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Got a piece of it. Osman passes to Garland. Going inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Garland.
Getting to the line more since his career has gone on. Garland, a deployable free throw shooter.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Boston's checked in. and so he hits both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Brown. That one's good from the corner.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. And, yep, it's good. Garland's got 20.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Fox feeling it out a bit. There's the triple. The three ball is good for Fox.
And they seem to have found a nice groove here in the second period.
The Pelicans lead by 12. Here's Garland. Brown grabs the board. Out to the wing. Three-pointer. Fox fires in the triple. Fox has got 6.
Yeah, you like to see how comfortable Fox is from deep.
Fox has gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Boston, the pass to Garland. Down low. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. He's got 6.
And they've really managed to dominate inside. They're giving up a lot of points in the paint. That's something they have to address here.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
For New Orleans, Vucevic, he's checked in for Osman. Dunn comes in for O'Neal. And Mitchell subbed in for Garland. Wallace outside. Pass to Sharp. Shoots over Vucevic. And that one's good. Sharp.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
1:56 left in the second quarter. Inside. And Vanderbilt gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists tonight.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Now here's Bagley. He's got 6.
Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Man. Well, Bagley can really get up with that length. That's a nice throwdown.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Mitchell, the pass to Vanderbilt. Tipped. Now here's Bagley. Give him 8. Outside Porter. Lets a 3 fly, and that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
I love the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And it's still early in the season, but it's always a good time to check out some power rankings. A lot could change before playoff time. You look at Dallas, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at this visiting team, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum. I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. The shot's good. Antetokounmpo's got 8 here in this quarter.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
.41 seconds left to play in the first half. Up top, Vanderbilt. He's got 5.
Away team foul. De Silva. First personal foul.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
At the line for New Orleans, Jared Vanderbilt taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Good on the second one. Here's Antetokounmpo. Give him 8 points now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Vanderbilt. In transition, here they come. And Mitchell with the slam.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Here's Fox. He has 6.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
You have guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. What a performance for Darius Garland. He has been the story for the Pelicans.
44.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny DeChitz. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, how do you think New Orleans? And that'll do it for us. The third.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by Darius Garland.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
De'Aaron Fox is out there with Christian Brown. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Sharp. And it's De Silva in at the 3.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. BA?
They've got something, Allie. Thanks. Darius Garland, he's checked it. Antetokounmpo outside. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. And it's Garland with the ball for the Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, good whistle there.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for your Pelicans, B.J. Boston. 2 shots.
That free throw misses. O'Neal, he's checked in for New Orleans. He hits the second from the line. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 13 feet out. Good as the jump shot falls. Antetokounmpo's got 6 here in the quarter.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
To the middle. Here's Boston. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his 3rd assist of the night.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Antetokounmpo inside. He's against O'Neal. Count it. Antetokounmpo's got 18.
And the defense, you thought they were helpless before. Now Giannis is hot.
New Orleans leading by 4. Tipped away. And they're on the break. Pass to Fox. Here's De Silva. Antetokounmpo outside. Ooh, strong move from Giannis inside.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
To the paint for the tie. And it's good on the lay-in. Antetokounmpo has got 12 points in just the second half. Here's Fox. And he drains the quick shot.
Yeah, they haven't missed a shot since the break. I mean, just what a tremendous job making the necessary adjustments at halftime.
The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brett.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your 3 to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
New Orleans calls timeout. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
He just continues to deal damage inside. They've got to figure a way to slow him down.
Give it up one more time for your Pelicans. Make some more.
Garland for 3. Clark grabs the board. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Houston to the right side. Antetokounmpo for 3. Yes, sir! Giannis showing the range.
Giannis not afraid to stretch it out that time with the 3-ball.
Here's Osman, and he dunks it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire. He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Pelicans trail by 5. Outside Porter. And down it goes. 2 points.
Yeah, great body control makes working inside a strength for Porter Jr.
And they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
To the left wing. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good on the 13-footer. Antetokounmpo's got 29 points.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Out to Garland. 3-pointer. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
Well, good to see Garland score the ball without dominating.
Outside Porter. From downtown. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Garland. 23 points in the game. Oh, he nails it. 10 for 14 after that one.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Shot's good by Antetokounmpo.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Pass to Vucevic. Good D by Clark. Outside Porter. Antetokounmpo, right side. Takes a 13-footer. Nice jump shot. Antetokounmpo has got 33.
Great J from Antetokounmpo, really developing that part of his game.
To the inside, Osman. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
And you can see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
The drive by Powell. Antetokounmpo with the block. And here's Wallace. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Here's an 8-footer. Ooh, Giannis using his length inside.
So much strength and quickness coming from Giannis.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Pelicans. Trailing by 13. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Powell off the drive. O'Neal misses. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Brandon Clark. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
And the scoring line will be a lot different if they cut down on the mistakes.
De'Aaron Fox.
Pass to Brown. Fox against Mitchell. Ooh, the contest. Jumper is good from Fox.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 15. And we're coming back in just a moment. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Oh, Fox with a steal. We've got Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Ware in at the 5 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. Fox outside. The shot, and the basket by Clark.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Boston. That's tipped. De Silva with the rebound. Here's Brown. Pass to Fox. From outside the arc. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's De Silva. Checked by Mitchell. Takes a 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Norman Powell, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Darius Garland comes in for Mitchell. New Orleans calls timeout. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. For three, Powell gets the three ball to go.
Well, you can't let Powell find shots at the arc like that, especially when he's got that kind of rhythm.
Pass to Brown. Now Sharp. Here's De Silva. He buries it from three.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
And here's Garland. He's covered by Fox. Dunn, the pass to Boston. With the drive. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Three-pointer, Fox. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Boston. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Here's Brown. Drills it from deep.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Powell's shot is off. Powell's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Pass to Antetokounmpo. The 11-footer, and that one's good. Antetokounmpo's got 39.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. To have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Fox for three. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Garland. It's deflected. Sharp with it. Fox outside. To the wing, right side. Puts up a deep three. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he makes it on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 41.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And it's Fox with the jam.
De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Here's Boston. Outside Garland. Pass to Powell. Out to Garland to halt the run. And again, New Orleans, no good. Now Sharp. Here's Brown. Defended by Dunn. Unloads from 13. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got 8 here in this quarter.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Powell passes to Dunn. Back to Powell. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fox outside. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, B.A., very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Outside Sharp. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Count the basket.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but Once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Antetokounmpo, defended by Dunn. Pulls it from the corner, and the jumper is on the mark. Antetokounmpo has got 43 points.
That's a nice move on the bounce from Giannis, showing that the tools are getting sharper.
Fox left side. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Pass to Ware. Powell with it. And Powell with the stuff.
How about Norman Powell and his vertical prowess there?
Here's De Silva. Here's Sharp. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, once again, he's getting it rolling. His confidence is building, makes that shot almost impossible to stop.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the...